Spreadsheet success, tips, tricks, tutorial.
Welcome to Spreadsheet Success. In this video, I'll show you how to create and use tables in Excel. Tables make sorting, filtering, and managing data much easier, but many people don't take full advantage of them. In this tutorial, we'll create a personal budget table. The focus is on learning how tables work, so you can use them for anything. And a personal budget table perfectly lends itself to this goal. You can follow along, and if you want to check out the finished Excel file, it's linked in the video description. Let's get started. Entering data. All right, let's start with some data. If you haven't opened Excel and a blank sheet, now's a great time to do so if you want to follow along. Enter these column headers in row 1. Date, category, description, income, expenses, and balance. Now add some example data. Let's say it's the 1st of the month and you just got paid. Fill in a date, a category, I'm going to go with salary, then as a description, monthly salary. My monthly salary is, let's say, 2,500 euros. I'm going to leave expenses blank because, luckily, I don't have those on my salary, and I will also leave the balance field blank. I'll show you why I left the balance field blank later on in the tutorial. For this example, I'll also say that rent is due on the same day. Fill in a date, a category, which would be housing, a description, which is rent, no income, and expenses of 800 euros. You could already add more, like groceries or subscriptions, but I recommend waiting a bit because later on in the tutorial, I will show you some quick ways to add new entries. Now select all the fields under income, expenses, and balance. Then click on this button to format them as currency. In my case, I'm going with euros. Excel will now format these fields as monetary values, and when we add new entries to our table later on, it will automatically apply the currency format as well. Converting the data to a table. Right now, this is just a plain list, but let's turn it into an actual Excel table. Click anywhere inside your data, then press Ctrl-T. A little pop-up appears. Excel automatically selects your data. Just make sure My Table Has Headers is checked, then hit OK. And just like that, we have a table. Excel applied formatting, added filters, and made everything more structured. Already better, right? To create a table, you could also click anywhere inside your data, go to the Styles section under the Home tab. Click Format as Table and choose a style. You will get the same pop-up. Make sure the checkbox for My Table Has Headers is checked, then press OK. Formatting and adding totals. Now let's customize this a bit. Click anywhere inside the table, and at the top of the Excel menu, you should see the Table Design tab. If it's not there, make sure that you actually created a table and click to cell inside it. Over here, we've got a couple of interesting features. First, the table styles. Here you can pick a different look for your table. I'm going with a green one, but you can choose whatever you like. Then there's the table name. I will be renaming this to Budget Table. If I ever want to refer to this table, it has an easily recognizable name. Lastly, we have one of the most useful features, Total Row. Check this box to add a total row to your table. Now let's make it actually do something useful. Click the Total Row cell that's under Income. See the little downward arrow? Click it and select Sum from the drop-down. Do the same for the total cell under Expenses. Now, we also want to calculate our balance in the total row. For that, we'll enter a quick formula. In the total cell for balance, type equals, click the total income cell, then type minus, and click on the total expenses cell. Now, press enter to apply the calculation, and done. Now, whenever you add new entries to your table, the totals update automatically. And that's why I didn't fill in the balance fields earlier. We made Excel do the hard work for us. Adding new rows the right way. Now that our table is set up, let's talk about adding new data the right way. One of the best things about tables is that they automatically expand. Let's say you have a new expense. Scroll to the bottom, click the last cell right above the total row, and press Tab. Boom. A new row is added with the formatting already applied. No need to manually format anything. Excel automatically does it for you. Let's enter a new expense. Fill in a date, a category, which will be groceries for me, a description. I'm going to name it supermarket because that's where I got my groceries. No income, and I spend 55 euros and 78 cents. Notice how the totals updated instantly when I inserted the new data? That's why tables are so amazing. Scrolling and filtering. All right, let's talk about a couple of things that make tables even easier to work with. First, try scrolling down a few rows. See how the column headers stay visible at the top? That's a built-in table feature. No need to freeze panes or do anything extra. No matter how much data you add, the headers stay in view, making it easy to read your table without getting lost. Now, let's look at another useful feature on tables: filters. See those little arrows in the headers? Those let you quickly find what you need. Let's say you want to see only your expenses. Click the income filter. Uncheck everything except blanks. Now you're only looking at expenses. Or maybe you want to see just groceries? Click the category filter. Uncheck everything except groceries. Now only grocery-related transactions are visible. This is way faster than manually searching through all the rows. And that's it. You now have a fully functional table in Excel, formatted, filterable, and automatically updating. Tables make working with data so much easier, and once you start using them, you won't go back. This is just the beginning. Tables are the foundation for things like pivot tables, conditional formatting, and automation, which we'll cover in future videos. So if this tutorial helped you, like the video, subscribe to Spreadsheet Success, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And remember, you can download the file created in this tutorial from the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.